the guardian of the jungle. The golden hues of the setting sun painted the dense jungle in fiery shades of orange and crimson. The towering trees, their thick branches tangled like the fingers of giants, swayed gently as the evening breeze whispered through their leaves. The jungle was alive, a symphony of chirping crickets, rustling foliage, and the distant call of a lone eagle soaring above the treetops. A small boy, no older than 6, stumbled through the thick undergrowth. His tiny feet, covered in dust and scratches, ached with every step. His name was Rohan, and he had wandered too far from his village while chasing a butterfly. Now, lost in the labyrinth of towering trees, fear gripped his heart. The sounds of the jungle, once enchanting, now seemed menacing, the growls of unseen creatures, the rustling of unknown beings in the shadows. His throat was dry, and his eyes welled with tears as he called out weakly, "Ma, Baba," but only the silence of the wilderness answered him. Then, from the depths of the jungle, a presence emerged, a figure so grand, so powerful, it seemed as if the forest itself bowed before him. A lion, but this was no ordinary beast. His mane, thick and golden like molten sunlight, cascaded down his neck in waves. His eyes, amber pools of wisdom, held neither hunger nor malice, only curiosity. The great lion had heard the boy's cries and now stood before him, a guardian of the wild. Rohan froze, his tiny body trembling. He had heard tales of jungle kings, of beasts that roamed the night. Was this how his story would end? But the lion did not attack. Instead, he lowered his great head, sniffing the child gently, before letting out a deep, rumbling purr in assurance, a promise of safety. Rohan, sensing no danger, hesitantly reached out his tiny hand, pressing it against the lion's thick fur. It was warm, soft, comforting. The lion turned and took a step forward, then stopped, looking back at the boy as if saying, "Follow me." And so they walked together, the lost child and the mighty beast. The jungle, once daunting, now seemed alive with magic. Fireflies danced around them like tiny lanterns, illuminating their path. The rustling of the leaves no longer sounded eerie, but like whispers of the wind guiding them home. At times, Rohan grew weary. Seeing this, the lion lay down, motioning for the boy to climb onto his back. Hesitant at first, Rohan eventually nestled into the lion's warm fur, his little hands gripping the thick mane. The rhythmic motion of the lion's powerful strides soon lulled him into a peaceful slumber. Hours passed, and finally, the jungle gave way to open fields. The flickering lights of the village appeared in the distance, a beacon of hope. As they neared the village entrance, the lion stopped. He gently nudged Rohan, waking him from his slumber. The boy rubbed his eyes, realizing they had made it home. But before he could thank his new friend, the villagers, alerted by the commotion, came rushing forward, his mother's tearful cries filling the air. Rohan turned to introduce his rescuer, but the lion had already begun retreating into the jungle. "No, wait!" Rohan cried. The lion paused, turning his majestic head one last time. Their eyes met, a silent promise, an unbreakable bond. Then, with a final swish of his mighty tail, the Jungle King disappeared into the shadows. From that day on, Rohan would always look towards the jungle at dusk, hoping to catch a glimpse of his protector. And deep in the heart of the wilderness, a great lion would sit upon his rocky throne, watching over the village, watching over his little friend, the one he had sworn to protect.